Good afternoon, traders. It is Monday, September 8th, 2014, and U.S. stock market is closed. You know, we really got our butts kicked on Friday, and I was so happy that it was the weekend and I didn't have to think about these markets again. So I didn't have very much, I didn't have positive expectations about today. I just wanted to get in and out and not get beat up. Ended up just a terrific day for us. I really can't believe it, but it happened. We had that horrible trade in Ambarilla, and believe it or not, that trade actually went positive, and we ended up making a couple $100. But I mean, we were down, I forget, $2,000-3,000 on Friday. It looked horrible. That trade turned around, and we actually made a small profit in it. And then we were carrying this other trade in China Sun Energy that was positive on Friday, but today it just exploded, and we're holding that now with over $6,000 in profit. And then on top of all that, we got into some really good trades. We even have a good trade going in JRJC. That's a one volatile market, and can make a lot of money in JRJC. Anyway, bottom line is we closed out $286. That was just in that one Ambarilla trade, but we're carrying over $13,000 in open trade equity going into tomorrow. Just super good, solid breakouts. And the Dow was never positive all day. And at one point it was down pretty hard, but it did come back, but it still ended up closing down 25 points. Basically just kind of drifting sideways and not doing anything, and it's not in a good place. It's not where I like to see it, but it didn't seem to make any difference today. We just got into a handful of really good trades, and what we had, the two positions we had, they got better also. So good day. Anyway, let me show you the charts. Okay, we're looking at the Dow Jones Industrial Average here, and you can see here, on Friday, they had this actually, definitely in hindsight, this is a bull spike down here, and of course it bounced right off the my first red line, just as it did over here. And I think there's one here that's not showing where it bounced off. So this first red line is definitely a very strong resistance point for the Dow. And on Friday it bounced off this and really came back. And today it just basically is taking a rest and drifting sideways. We did have a couple pretty strong downward spikes, but the market did come back. And as I say, it did end up closing down 25. So there's really no pattern here, except I'd say that it's resting. It's going to do something, folks. I'm not sure just what it's going to do. We want it to come up here and take out these highs. Those will be record highs if it does that. I don't know if it can do it from where it is right now. I tend to think it's got to go down some, but oh gee, you just don't know. You just don't know, and I'm not going to predict it. I want to show you some of the nice trades we had that just really, unfortunately, we're ignoring the Dow Jones Industrial Average. And this first one is in China Sun Energy, and we had bought this on Friday late in the day. It did close just a little bit positive, but not very much. I really didn't have any great expectation for China Sun Energy, but this morning this thing just really, it takes off like a bird. And right here where it closed, we're holding over $6,000, and that it was up over $8,000 up here. So potentially we could get quite a bit more money out of this. Of course, it could drift off too, but anytime you're holding $6,000 in profit, it's not very likely that that's going to disappear too quickly. I show you a couple more trades here that were pretty interesting. Let's see. This first one is an Immersion Corporation, and we bought this today. We had a spike up. That's about the second hour, maybe going into the third hour, and we got into that. Didn't do too much, but then look at this thing here. And I don't know, I mean, obviously there's probably some news on Immersion. I don't know exactly what happened, but anyway, we're already in, so we're not trying to jump into this big spike. We anticipated it by getting in here, and that, even though it pulled back quite a bit, we're still holding about $3,000 in Immersion Corporation, so that's a really nice trade. And then lastly, I will show you our old friend JRJC. That's China Finance Online, and you will recall that just a couple weeks ago we made I think about $33,000 on this this stock. This is just a really, really volatile stock, and so if you make money, if you make a profit on it, it's pretty good. And we jumped into this on this spike up, and it kept going and going and going. And I think that we have about $3,500 there in JRJC right now. You know, we can hope maybe it'll gap up tomorrow and really go. Never know about this stock. It's a very volatile stock. Anyway, great day. We are holding over $13,000 going into tomorrow. Let's hope that maybe we get that up to over 20. Is that a possibility? Sure, it's a possibility. It happens all the time. Anyway, this is Trader Bob. I'm happy, and I will see you tomorrow on Tuesday.